Hello everyone. Today onwards you are going to learn three different subjects: physics, chemistry and biology instead of one subject, science, that you have learned in 5th standard. I am Gloria Thomas. I will be teaching you physics. In everyday life, we can experience the power of physics. The phone which you are holding now, laptop, refrigerator, television, all these things works under the principle of physics. Before starting the lesson, let us do an activity. For that, all of you just take a sheet of paper and pen. The activity is that you can see 6 sets of words here. They are in the jumbled order. What you have to do is that rearrange the letters and form a physics related word. The clue is that all these things are physics related words. So you can arrange the letters and find the words. Your time starts now. Hope all of you got the answers. Let us cross check the answers. The first one is rocket, then galaxy, light, magnet, mobile and television. We all are familiar with these words. All these are related to physics. So, in physics, we are going to learn the principles behind the nature. So, let us enter to our chapter. Since early times, man was always curious to know more about his surroundings and the world at large. Human beings have constantly tried to understand how nature works. That means they try to understand formation of days and night, changing of seasons, movement of heavenly bodies like the earth, moon, stars and planets, functioning of plants and animal kingdoms and so on. Science is the end result of these human attempts to understand and explain the basic principles underlying all such happenings in nature. Nature always presents us strange happenings. For example, a piece of paper catches fire while an iron piece or a steel block does not. When we throw an object upwards, it immediately falls down. A piece of iron sinks in water, but a huge ship floats on water. A magnet attracts iron filings but does not attract aluminium. Iron filings is the black line-like things that you can see around the magnet. Lot of researches were carried out by scientists to explain the peculiar happenings we all experience in nature. The constant efforts to understand the working of nature through centuries of careful observations and analysis has given birth to science and its various branches. So, we can define science as the systematic study of the natural world through observations and experiments. So, what is known as science? The systematic study of the natural world through observations and experiments is known as science. Now, what is systematic study? Systematic study means step-by-step study. That means if you are interested to learn about light, what will you do? You may ask to your teachers or elders, or you will search in internet, is it? Then from that sources we will get that information, and by using that information we will do some experiments, and from the experiments we will get some results. By seeing the results we come to a conclusion. That means here we are following a step-by-step procedure for learning about light. First of all, we have searched about the topic, then we try to collect the information. Using the collected information, we try to do an experiment, and with the results that we got from the experiment, we came to a conclusion. That is the step-by-step we are following, and that step-by-step method is the systematic study. So, through the step-by-study, we will be learning about the nature. And how will we be studying nature? By observing and by doing some experiments. This kind of systematic study of the natural world through observations and experiments is known as science. The word science comes from the Latin word scientia, meaning knowledge. So from which word does the word science come from? Yes, the Latin word scientia. And what is its meaning? Knowledge. Science is broadly divided into two main groups. They are physical science and life science. Physical science is the branch of science which studies about non-living things. So what is known as physical science? It is the branch of science which studies about non-living things. So what will be life science? Yes, life science is the branch of science which studies about living things. And the other name of life science is biology. The term physical science can be again classified into three branches. They are physics, chemistry, and geology. Likewise, life science can be classified into two. They are botany and zoology. So we have seen that the science is broadly classified into two groups. Which are they? Physical science and life science. And this physical science is again classified into three groups. They are physics, chemistry, and geology. Likewise, life science can be classified into two groups. They are botany and zoology. And what do you mean by physical science? Physical science is the branch of science that studies about non-living things, and life science, it studies about living things. Now let us learn in detail about branches of physical science and life science. We have seen that physical science is classified into three. They are physics, chemistry, and geology. Now let us learn about each sub-branches in detail. The first one is physics. Physics is the branch of science that deals with the study of matter, energy, and their interactions. It means in physics we will learn about matters such as solid, liquid, and gas. We will also learn about different kinds of energies such as kinetic energy, potential energy, heat energy, light energy, solar energy, etc. And their interaction means it is the interaction between energy and matter. As an example, I can say about the interaction of energy and matter which is occurring in ocean. We know that Water temperature rises when sunlight is absorbed. Sunlight is an example for light energy and heat energy, and water is an example for matter. When the sunlight is falling on sea, imagine in your mind when the sunlight is falling on sea, what is happening? The heat level or temperature of water is rising. As a result, it affects the water circulation and availability of nutrients for sea life. We will be learning about this type of matter, energy, and their interactions in physics. That is why we are defining physics as the branch of science that deals with the study of matter, energy, and their interactions. Second one is chemistry. In chemistry, we will learn about the properties of matter and how they are made up of. So, we can define chemistry as the branch of science that deals with the study of composition of matter and its properties. So, how can you define chemistry? It is a branch of science that deals with the study of composition of matter and its properties. Third one is geology. Geology is the branch of science that helps us to learn about earthquakes, volcanoes, flood, etc. So we can define geology as the branch of science that deals with the study of planet Earth. So, how will you define the branch of science that deals with other planets? Yes, the branch of science that deals with the study of other planets are called planetary geology or exogeology. Now let us learn about branches of life science or biology. We have learned that life science is the branch of science that studies about living things. Life science is classified into two groups. They are botany and zoology. Among that, botany is the branch of science that deals with the study of plants, and zoology is the branch of science that deals with the study of animals. Botany is the branch of science that deals with the study of plants, whereas zoology is the branch of science that deals with the study of animals. Summary of the session. In today's class, we have learned 10 main points. First one is definition of science. What is science? Science is the systematic study of natural world through observations and experiments. Second one is origin of the word science and its meaning. Answer is the word science comes from the Latin word scientia, meaning knowledge. Third one is different branches of science. We have seen that science is broadly classified into two categories. They are physical science and life science. Physical science can again be classified into three. They are physics, chemistry, and geology. Life science or biology can be classified into two. They are botany and zoology. The fourth point that we have learned is definition of physical science. Try to say the answer. Yes, physical science is the branch of science that deals with the study of non-living things. The fifth point is definition of life science. Life science is the branch of science that deals with the study of living things. And we have learned that the other name of life science is biology. The sixth point is definition of physics. What is physics? Physics is the branch of science that deals with the study of matter, energy, and their interactions. Never forget this definition. Why? Because we are learning the subject physics. Okay. Now the seventh point that we have learned is definition of chemistry. Chemistry is the branch of science that deals with the study of composition of matter and its properties. And the eighth point is definition of geology. Geology is the branch of science that deals with the study of planet Earth. The ninth point is definition of botany. What do you mean by botany? Botany is the branch of science that deals with the study of plants. The last and 10th point that we have learned is definition of zoology. Zoology is the branch of science that deals with the study of animals. Homework for the day. Read page number 3 of the textbook till the end of figure 1.1, which illustrates branches of physics. Learn the answers of 10 questions discussed in the summary part of the video. Thank you and see you again. Have a nice day. Bye.